Price. Wade Price, please back up for the camera.
Hey, come on, Wade.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Lead it, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fish Brew Podcast. I'm the host, needs no introduction. And we're back at it again, but this time, this is our last and final episode here on the Fish Brew Podcast. You will never see these glorious faces again.
Kind of crazy, man.
Kind of wild, kind of cool, kind of, this is a beginning of the end of a great chapter, but this is also the beginning of a new flower blooming as we bring in a new crew. Not it. Anyway.
Sean, any thoughts of who that new crew is going to be? If you had to
honestly
think about it?
Yeah. I mean, I already have the new host picked.
Really?
Yeah. So
really,
I've been had that ready.
No, so do I.
I think we'll give them out during the award ceremony.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, we got a big episode today. There's something that I think is a staple in this podcast that we haven't done in a while, purely because I just think kind of a waste of my time. But you know what? I'm gonna settle this once and for all, one more time today. We are gonna have a Wade's take. In this episode, and it's gonna be glorious. I'm fired up for it. But then at the end, we're gonna do a little senior awards ceremony. Mr. Webster's got a bunch of awards he wants to hand out to us, and we're also gonna name the next intro crew. I think that's what needs to be done.
New producer, new intro crew.
Yeah.
You feel me? Time for a fresh start.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any favorite memories? We've been in this class for 4 years with Wade Price. Mm-hmm. Done Lord knows what.
I can think of a lot of things that have been said and been done. But, I'm just not going to repeat those because we are on camera, and that doesn't need to be put on YouTube. So,
fair enough.
Wade, I just want to say you've created a lot of great memories for everybody in here.
Oh, yeah.
And definitely something that I'm never going to forget because, once again, like I said, I can't repeat a lot of the things that have happened here. So, Wade, thanks for the memories.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Real talk. Oh my God.
Camden, what do you got, man?
Man, I kind of miss when Fisher was in here. He'd always be singing Spanish music and stuff.
That was good. Those were fun times.
Funny guy.
Fish was chill.
We used to have our OG crew, and we had your brother, Fisher, and all them. But then, remember that first day Mr. Webster came in, he was like, do y'all want to do a newscast or a podcast? And we decided to pick a show.
We used to be down there.
No, yeah.
That old setup was horrible.
This was supposed to be a newscast, right?
Yeah.
Originally, this was supposed to be a newscast. We were gonna set up. We were gonna set up in that back corner over there, and we have this fat green screen, and we just couldn't put it together to save our life. We tried tacking it to the wall. We had these metal rods that we didn't know what to do with, and we just tried everything, and then eventually we got to the first episode. And then we were like, okay, this could be a show. And then you're like, no. This could be, it's not a show, it's not a newscast, so what is it? It was it's a podcast. Mm-hmm. We come out here, we express our opinions, and this is what we want to do. And we sat there and we all agreed on that day that this was it. Yeah. So from that point on to present day, we've hit milestone after milestone after milestone.
There's no doubt about it.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to do it we finna do it for real.
No.
So this is it for real.
So let's go ahead and end it on a good note. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this Wade's take going. We'll see you in a second.
Welcome to Wade versus B-Rob. Everyone's wanted it. Everyone's needed it. And it's finally happening on the last ever podcast for each of these two seniors.
I mean, let's think about this one right here. How many times has Wade called out B-Rob?
I mean, I can tell you he called him out after he lost to Tyson.
Yup.
Called him out after he lost to the Wade versus women.
Yup.
Called him out after he beat Wyatt.
Yup.
That's at least 3 this year. I mean.
Called him out after Webster put that whooping on him too.
That's right. So
Yup.
Let me shoot this straight. The record is 1-3 this year. Mm-hmm. All-time record. Oh, well, no, we didn't include the Jeopardy loss.
I beat
B-Rob.
1-4. B-Rob.
So he's 1-4 this year, but he still wants the top dog. He still wants the champ. Mm-hmm. He's coming for the belt.
All right.
Let's go ahead and introduce the guests.
Ladies and gentlemen. Should we hit an announcer voice for this?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I'll see if I got that mug. All right. coming in at 6'4", 185 pounds. His record is 5-1 with 1 loss. Beckham Robinson.
Show the camera the belt. Show the camera the belt.
Show the camera the belt. Show the camera the belt. Yup. His opponent tonight, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at 5 foot.
92 pounds.
92 pounds.
You're not 5'10". Shut up.
5'10", 140. 5'10", 140.
Coming in at 5'10", 140. His record is 1-5. Wayne Price.
But I'm going to explain the rules. So we will be debating 3 topics, 3 sports topics, okay? 2 of them they already know, but 1 of them is a wild card that I've not discussed with them, and they will have to react on the fly. That'll be saved for the last question. But let's go ahead and get this thing started. So we're going to give B-Rob the champ. He's going to go first. Wade, no interrupting. No interrupting,
all
Wade.
Will said, I'm 1-4 or 1-3. That's not true.
That
That's
is
not
true.
true.
We can pull up the video.
I've won 2 segments against the champ,
All right.
and it's about to be 3.
To start this debate, it's the Final Four. We've reached the last 4 teams in March, all 4 1 seeds. Who do you got winning it?
No, I'm going to go first here.
Nope.
No.
No. We've given it to
No,
B-Rob.
he's got the advantage.
No. We give it to B-Rob. We've given it
If
to
he
B-Rob.
says a team that I want to say, then I'm saying it.
Well, who do you want, Wade?
Let him go first.
Yeah, go first, Wade.
All right. Sweet, thank you. We're down to Final Four. I don't even know here, but I'm going to have to go with Florida. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
Florida is so talented. Their roster is so deep. I mean, when you got a guy like Walter Clayton Jr., one of the best college basketball players in college basketball this year, and you got a coach like Todd Golden, I mean, he's going to win him a couple chips, man. He's young. He has a great future at Florida. I mean, he might leave. You never know, but I think he's staying at Florida. Florida is going to become a blue blood with Todd Golden as a head coach. And their other coaches are also really good. He's put a great coaching staff ahead of him, and that team is just so talented. Their defense is really good. You saw what they did against Tech. Their season was in jeopardy against Tech. Down 10 with like 4 or 5 minutes to go, and they just wanted it more, man. That's a team that wants to win the national championship. And, I mean, they're just stacked all around. Clayton is one of the best players. Their big mans are really good. I mean, it's Florida.
Yeah.
You make some fair points.
Fair points.
Walter Clayton is a dude. Todd Golden, good coach. Now give the mic to Beckham. Who do you have winning it?
So when we scheduled this episode, because this is a senior
my bracket
episode.
is 99.9% right.
It's off topic, Wade.
We scheduled this back a couple weeks. So as of right now, we're in the Final Four, and the Final Four is set. My pick was made before the tournament even started. And my pick is also a lot of other people's picks because of how dominant this team is. Duke is my champion, and here's why. They don't just come from behind and win, which is impressive. They blow people out. They absolutely dominated
The thing is, it
the
doesn't
ACC.
matter. If Florida keeps winning 2 3-point games, it
Hey,
doesn't
hey,
matter
hey,
because
hey,
a win
hey,
is a
hey,
win,
hey.
right? A win is a win. A win is a win.
Let them argue.
A win is a win, Wade.
Yeah, you're right.
But when
Wade.
we're talking
Let them
about
argue.
when
Man,
we're
let's
talking
talk about, hold on. Florida in a great SEC. SEC was stacked this year, way better than the ACC, and they were actually challenged more than Duke this year with the teams that they've faced.
and Florida split losses
And
in the
Duke-
SEC, dude. They
Yeah,
never
but look
did they
where
did
they're
they
at right now. They're in the Final Four.
and so is Duke.
Yeah,
and
you're
Duke
right.
blows
So is
people
Duke.
out.
Yeah, but Florida really doesn't blow people out. They can. That's all that matters. It is.
I mean, I feel like if I can continue to talk here, I'm just going to get interrupted. So I really don't. Let's just go to the next topic because
No, let's hear a little bit more.
I'll give it to him. He can have 1-0. It's fine. Let's go to
Beckham,
the
this
next
is
topic.
it. You want to give him a
You're conceding
freebie?
it?
Are you for real?
I'm conceding it. And I'm going, let's move on to the next topic. I don't even want to talk about this one
See,
anymore.
he's scared, man.
Lord
Let's talk
have
about
mercy.
it. Come on. I mean,
1-0. Move on to the next one.
Okay, 1-0. Now,
see, he's scared.
the next topic is going to be, this is a discussion of, we've been hearing this discussion for 15 years at this point.
It's been a generation, honestly.
Houston is my national champions in my bracket.
Whoa, wait.
Wade, we're moving on. Wade, we're moving on. Wade, we're moving on.
So it's not Florida?
You're going to. No,
I gave you the point.
It's
You win.
Florida.
Let's
It's
move on to the
Florida
next
right
one.
Here.
We
I
moved
changed
on.
my mind.
Wade,
It's
Wade.
Houston in my bracket, and I'm telling you right now. No, let me talk.
Wade, we're done. No, we're done. We're done. You won that segment.
It's going to show them that
Wade,
Big 12
you're hurt.
basketball on Friday or Saturday,
Lord,
whenever they play.
Lord.
They're going to show Duke how it's done. They're
Wade.
going to wear Duke down.
Wade.
on
Are you
Friday or
Florida or
Saturday.
are you Houston?
I'm Florida. I'm just
We
telling
talked
you.
Why are you talking about a Houston
go to the
team
next
right
one.
now? Let's
I'll
go.
give him
To
that
the
one.
next
It's all
one.
good.
To the next
1-0.
one. To the next
I'm
one.
just
To the
saying,
next one.
Duke, your champion,
Oh
is
my
going
gosh,
to
we
lose.
get it, dude.
Okay.
Let's
They're
go.
going to lose.
Wade, we get it.
They're going to
We understand.
lose.
Wade. We
They are going to lose.
Hey, chill. All
I'm
right,
just
calm
telling-
down.
I'm
Calm
telling the
down.
whole crowd that Duke, his champion, is going to lose.
Wade, you got to reel it in.
Houston's defense is insane. I think they got a veteran coach who's a lot better than John Shire. He knows what to do. He's been in the league a lot longer than John Shire. I'm telling you, Kelvin Sampson is a vet. He's going to outcoach John Shire on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whenever they play, and they're going to be in the national championship game against Florida, and Florida's going to upset Houston. And Florida Gators are the national champions.
Sounds good, Wade. We're moving on to the next topic. Like I was saying, this is a generation versus generation topic, and some people like to think B-Rob
Youngins versus the old heads.
is an old head.
This is so easy.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
We love him for that.
Some probably think that.
Yup.
So-
Hit it! Come on, hit it with the topic. We
The
all know what
GOAT.
it is.
Who
LeBron
is the-
or MJ?
Who is the GOAT in the NBA? LeBron versus MJ. We will give the
I'm going
winner
here.
of the last
I'm going
point.
here.
We got the
No.
GOAT.
You went first last time.
You guys,
Versus
We're
Black
going to give the
Jesus.
winner
I'm going
of the
here.
point the first. He can go first.
I can go first. No, I'm going first.
We'll let him go first.
He's so frazzled over here, man. He doesn't even know what to do.
Frazzled, Wade.
Where'd you pull that out?
Okay, let's go.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Vocab Wade.
It's got to be LeBron, man. What he's doing at 40 years old is just unreal. That windmill dunk, like a month or two ago, was insane. He can dunk like crazy. He's also got a three-point shooting percentage better than Michael Jordan. He's out-rebounded him. He has more assists than MJ. Yeah, he does. He does. His longevity is a lot better, and he's played longer than MJ, which matters a lot. MJ couldn't play till 40. He couldn't. He was out and back in. He retired and then came back in.
Can we get a fact check on that?
And LeBron,
Yeah, can we get a fact check on that?
Sean,
Pretty sure.
Sean, hold on. And hold on. LeBron, who's going to beat?
MJ did retire.
Real quick, MJ did play at 40 in the 2002-2003 season for the Wizards.
You're wrong.
Averaging
Okay.
And MJ was a dual sport athlete.
Averaging how many points he had?
Will.
20 points per game.
Okay.
averaged
Okay.
20
So we know where you stand, Wade.
Well, hold on. No,
I'm gonna speak over you because you've been speaking
I have
over
more
me.
points.
No,
Wade,
no,
we're cutting
no.
you off.
LeBron,
You've been
no.
cut off. Wade,
Stop,
you've been
stop,
cut off.
LeBron,
You keep talking, you're going to deduct to the point.
Yes,
Wade.
you will.
See that?
No, let me finish
deduct it,
this real
deduct it.
quick.
Wait,
let me finish
You
this
really
real
don't
quick.
want to do
You
that.
talk for 30
I gave you a
seconds,
freebie.
I will deduct your point.
I gave you a
Just
freebie.
let me finish real
No,
quick.
you don't let me go.
No.
It's his
Well,
turn.
Let me drop.
What LeBron
Let
is
me.
doing, 50K career points, that milestone will never be beat.
He doesn't have 50,000 points.
Yes, he does. He's made it to the
Fact check that.
50,000 club.
Does he have over 40?
Yes.
He's got 50.
He just hit
He's got 50 playoff and regular
He's
season
at 50,000
Regular
points.
season? What are we talking about?
50K.
And in his career,
And what he
does
does
have-
in the
Oh,
playoffs,
combined playoffs?
is unreal.
I
A
didn't
50K
know we were talking about
milestone
that.
cannot be beat.
Regular season was 42.
Yeah, that's
But
great.
it's 50K overall.
Congratulations.
It is.
Let me-
And
let
that
me-
won't
let
be
me
beat.
give you some
That will
numbers.
not be beat. He's also he
Let's
can
start
shoot
from the
Wade,
top.
He can shoot a three better.
Wade,
Wade, you're cut. Wade, you're cut. Wade, you're cut.
I'm just telling you
Wade,
that
you're
he
cut.
can dunk
Wade.
just like Michael Jordan. He can.
Whoa!
He can dunk
cut that,
just
cut
as good as
that,
Michael
cut
Jordan.
that.
You've been
You're
cut
cut
off.
off.
He
You're
can
cut
also-
off. You're cut
he can
off.
also-
Wait,
Wade, you are
Shoot
cut
the
off.
three better than
hey,
Jordan.
take his mic. Take
And
his
then
mic
all he
out.
does-
Mic off.
He can-
Cut his
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
No.
He's muted.
Don't mute it. No.
I mean, he's not going to stop.
They can't hear you. Go ahead, B-Rob.
More championships.
Yup.
More finals MVPs, more defensive player selections, more NBA All-Team selections, more steals.
Let's talk about LeBron's MVPs.
You're still muted.
He's got multiple.
Do you know?
That's fair. You can't mute.
It took MJ. It took MJ. It was Michael Jordan reached 30,000 points faster than LeBron, and he played less. He also played with less Hall of Famers and has more championships. You realize that the reason why LeBron
Did he get to 50,000? No.
It doesn't. He didn't need to play. LeBron is a joke.
Okay, maybe Michael Jordan. Hold on. Please unmute it, please.
Michael Jordan did not have.
No, LeBron might have fewer rings, but his path to the finals was a lot harder. Than Michael Jordan's.
It's not even close. This era is so soft. Do you realize the teams that Michael Jordan had to go through? Do you realize the reason why they consider the 96-97 team the greatest team of all time? Because of the teams that they had to go through and of who played on that team, dude.
I'd just like to say that LeBron's hardest team to play was the 2015 or 2016 Hawks in the Eastern Conference, which is not a good team.
I can throw numbers out there all day long that are better, and he played in less time. But the impact that Michael Jordan has had on people around him.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
LeBron is a joke, dude. LeBron is a joke.
LeBron is a whole meme.
You look on just to talk about what's going on right now. You go on TikTok and you see all these memes about LeBron. Is LeBron the greatest of all time?
He is.
I'm talking to the man on the Lakers.
It's a joke, dude. That guy. If he was really the greatest of all time, everybody would be turning on their TV, freaking watching him.
Yeah.
Would you, if Michael Jordan was playing tomorrow night, would everybody in here turn that on?
Okay.
100%. You want to know why? Because he's the greatest basketball player of all time.
His nickname is literally Black
He
Jesus.
gives me so many oh my God moments, LeBron, more than Michael Jordan.
No.
Yeah.
It's Michael Jordan.
It's 1-1.
Dude, the thing is, the thing is that LeBron can back people down. He's so much more solider.
And
more
he's soft.
solid.
He's soft.
No, he's more solid.
He's a flopper, bro.
Like MJ didn't flop. MJ flopped.
Dude, never flop.
I'm telling you.
Did MJ ever flop? Never.
No such thing as
You couldn't
flopping.
flop.
He's
You couldn't
soft.
flop.
He plays in a soft era and has to go through easy teams. And he still doesn't have more champions
Let me
than him.
talk, dude.
No, you cut on me all the time.
What
Sit
I'm
down,
telling
dude.
you right now, is that LeBron is so much more solid than him, and LeBron was kind of huge and skinny. No, and MJ was kind of huge and skinny. That LeBron can literally just back people down, and he can back people down better than Michael Jordan because he's more solid, he's more stronger. And I'm being serious.
Until he gets hit in the face and he's down for 10 minutes. And then Michael Jordan's playing on broken freaking legs and shit.
He is tough. LeBron is tough.
Next topic.
He will play hurt.
1-1.
He will play hurt. They're both tough. And LeBron's more tougher.
With your freebie, it's 1-1.
Yeah, so I am going to have to agree with that. I think, regardless whether you think LeBron, whether you think Michael Jordan is the GOAT, he won this debate. Wade was reaching for stuff.
I didn't.
Wade just said that the 2017 Eastern Conference was tough.
I mean, let's talk about that Cavaliers team with LeBron.
So,
Buddy.
we're going to move on to the last topic. They've not seen this topic, and he's a Bama fan. Wade's a Baylor fan. We all know this. If you've ever been around either of these two guys, they've talked about their teams. And they both love college football, but you can't just go, okay, who's better, Bama or Baylor? Obviously.
It's obviously going to be Bama.
So we've tweaked the question a little bit. We're going back to about 2012. If RG3, Baylor's best quarterback of all time, Heisman winner, played at Alabama, would he be considered the greatest Alabama quarterback of all time?
That's the question we came up with?
That is the question we came up with. That's a group.
How are we going to debate that?
Do you think that Bryce Young or Tua or any of those quarterbacks are better than RG3?
You know what? I'll start it off. You know what? This is a great topic.
I'm going to not be...
It really is. It really is. I'll start it off. RG3, Baylor legend. What he did at Baylor is just unreal. That team was so stacked. I don't remember all the players, but that team was so stacked. And that's when Art Briles was there. And that investigation was not true, by the way. That was all fake.
It's true.
That was
Very
BS.
true.
It came out.
Very true.
It came out.
Fact check. Very
It literally
true.
came out and everyone was like, Art Browse didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Sean Oakman didn't do anything.
That's
That's what's so frustrating is that Browse could still be the coach right now, and we could still be a top elite program battling it out in the playoffs.
No, Wade, those
now
are
with this 12-team expansion.
Wade,
but we can't do anything about it. We can't do anything about it.
Wade.
Yeah, I know. I'll get back to it.
You know you won't.
If RG3, I will. I'm getting back to it right now. I just said in RG3, Baylor football isn't a great football program. I mean, 6-6, 5-7. They've had a lot of bad years in their program. And what RG3 did to the Baylor football program, after that, they started to get a lot better when RG3 came in. And he really set that program to be a lot better and stop these 2-10 seasons, 4-8 seasons, 5-7 seasons, 6-6. And he really set this program to be a lot better and get some good coaches.
But would he be the best quarterback of all time, though? You're just talking about his accomplishments at Baylor.
Can I say something now?
No, hold on.
Can I talk?
Some good coaches in.
Can I talk?
But wait,
He did all this, man.
I'll make this short and sweet.
He did all this.
Here's the deal.
If he was the quarterback,
You're muted.
if he was unmute me for a minute, please. Please.
Go ahead, B-Rob.
There's a lot of Alabama quarterbacks that I love.
Yes.
And the quarterback that I'm about to say, I personally like other quarterbacks better, but we also have a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback.
Have you watched RG3's highlights?
Can you name me name me that season? Who they play? Where did they play at? Bryce Young made it to a national championship and won a Heisman, and probably would have beat Georgia if Jameis Williams doesn't tear his ACL.
But what happened? Jameis Winston tears his ACL.
Where did Baylor finish that year? They make it to the Natty?
No.
What bowl did they finish in? You don't know, do you?
I don't know.
Because no one freaking remembers because it wasn't relevant enough. As Bryce Young plays in the SEC, which isn't even comparable to the Big 10 or Big 12, 10, 12, 13 years ago? It's RG3 was good, but Bryce Young playing in the SEC,
of course he was
winning the SEC championship game,
it was a Heisman winner.
and going to the national championship, it would be Bryce Young over RG3. Based off stats, based off who he's played with, all the places that he's played at, and where he took that team.
By the way,
it'd be Bryce Young.
Why do you think it's Bryce Young? I'm just saying, RG3 was also an NFL.
Are you gonna come back at this, or are you just gonna ask me?
Am I still muted? RG3 was an NFL quarterback. He's not in the league anymore, but he was a starter at the time.
Are we talking about NFL?
He was a starter at the time.
We're not talking about the NFL.
He was a starter at the time.
We're not talking about NFL.
So both starters, Bryce Young was on Bama as a starter in the NFL, and RG3 was also a starter in the NFL. So we can compare them to be two legends in college football.
We're not
because if
talking
you
about
make it to the NFL,
we're not talking about the league.
I'm going to be honest, Wade. It sounds
So
like you're trying to dodge the question.
RG3 is a lot better than Tua. RG3,
but he's not better than Bryce Young, who won the Heisman and took him to won the SEC championship against Georgia.
RG3 is a lot better than Bryce Young.
Won a first-round playoff game against Cincinnati, and then took his team to the national championship game. It's Bryce Young.
If RG3 was on Bama with better players, they would have won more than one playoff game.
But he wasn't.
I would just like to say this.
But if he was on Bama, we aren't talking about him on Baylor.
100%.
We aren't talking about him on Baylor. We're talking about him on Bama. If he had better players at Bama and he was the quarterback instead of Bryce Young, they would have won more than one playoff game. Look at his highlights when you go back home. Please watch his highlights.
Against two.
Please watch his
Iowa
highlights.
State.
Please watch his highlights, please. When you
against
get home.
Kansas, against
He
2012
can do
Kansas.
Everything. He can do everything, dude. He can pass, running on one leg. He can run. I mean, he can have a
quarterback's
crazy long ball.
That's what I'm saying, pass and run. Congrats.
He can do everything. He could hurdle. He could juke like crazy. He could spin. I mean, he can do everything as a quarterback.
Wade. It seems like you've dodged the question multiple times and only talked about RG3's greatness at Baylor, if he was better than any of the Bama quarterbacks at the time. Beckham just came back with
talking about RG3 and Bama would win playoff games.
I feel like I've said enough in this argument.
I've said enough, dude. Like what?
Then we let the judges decide.
I think we do.
This is definitely. I mean,
there's no way you can tell me
win.
that I didn't do good in that segment.
This is definitely a B-Rob win.
I think there's only one way to decide it, though. What does the crowd think? What does the fans think?
B-Rob.
Wade,
Do I hear? Can I get a hand raised for Wade?
You know what? Let's do one more topic, please.
There are 0 hands raised for Wade right now.
Let's do one more topic. Who's going to win?
Let Wade get a little bit of a chance to get back in, or?
Nah. Let's just wrap this thing up.
I'm trying to give you another chance.
It's over.
I'm trying to give you another chance.
Hey guys, for those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Mr. Webster. I've been teaching the broadcast class. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, this is going to be my last year teaching the class. So kind of like an end of an era, you can say. But I've had a group of seniors and some who have been here a little bit longer than others that I really just kind of wanted to give some credit to. So we're going to be doing senior awards today. I'm going to be calling them up one at a time. They'll receive their award. And I wasn't going to read this on camera initially, but I feel like with this setup, it's a good thing to do. I have some little things that I'm going to read out to you guys. Nothing like too crazy, but just want to show you guys how much I appreciate y'all, okay? So the very first one that I want to bring up here is going to be Harrison. Harrison, grab that mic over there on the corner. All right, man. Thank you for being in the class. Sit with me for a second.
Thank you.
All right, man. So Harrison, overall, I thought you were great in front of the camera. I really thought that you brought like a really good energy, especially in some of your early conversations with Wade, those movie rankings. It was great, man. You brought a really intelligent, thoughtful attitude to the segments, which not as a slight to anybody else, I thought was something that nobody else really brought. And I did feel like it was pretty underrated overall, so I did want to give you credit for that. Thanks, man, for all the work that you've done while you've been in here. I know there was a time where you kind of left and came back as well, but I really appreciate everything you've done, man.
Yes, sir.
So,
I appreciate it.
This one's for you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Webster.
Definitely, man. All right, guys. Next one that's going to be coming up here is Evan. Yes, sir. All right, Evan. Overall, man, you've been an integral part of the podcast. Being on that OG crew the entire time, I really appreciate it. I want to thank you for all the fresh ideas and contributions you made, especially in that planning portion. A lot of times you were one of the first ones to speak up and give us some ideas that we didn't have initially. You were great on camera, man. I'll have to say that. Every time you're in front of it was a good job. I never had any problems with you along those lines. And overall, man, I'm just excited to see what you're going to do past here. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the podcast. This literally was nothing and it became this. And I'm hoping it still goes forward from here on out, man. But you're definitely a pioneer forward, okay? Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, man.
The pioneer.
There you go. All right, and the next one that's going to come up here is the man that needs no introduction. All right, Sean, man, this podcast wouldn't have been a thing without you, man. Like having you as the host the entire time was just was a pleasure to watch, man. I'm not gonna lie, and seeing just how much more comfortable you got over the years, watching you grow in that role was really cool for me to see as a teacher. Shoot, I don't want to get emotional here at all.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, it was great. I thought all the outside work you did as well with this, whether it was getting the people together to create a segment, establishing the hang zone, and having that segment be like a staple of what we did, and definitely going to miss the sign-offs and the introductions that you did the entire time, man. I think you got if this is something that you ever want to go forward with in your life, I think you got a really great opportunity, and I'm excited to see where you go, man.
Yeah, you definitely showed me my future, because coming in here as a sophomore And coming back from my freshman year, which I had left previously too. You weren't really here for that, but coming back, like giving the opportunity to host and you just being a part of like an everyday like time of mine. Like I look forward to this class every day, seeing like, okay, what are we gonna do next? It was always like the roll of the dice of something that we were gonna do, you know. So I'm definitely gonna pursue this in the future. I'm gonna keep pursuing it. And you just showed me like where my place is in life and what I want to do with my future. You feel me? So like everything you did set me up for my vision of success. And I'm not gonna forget anyone in this class. Honestly, this is like something where I look back on like this is where I came from. This is where it all started, and look at me now. You feel me?
Oh, man, thank you for saying that. I this last thing, man, I don't ever want to, like, this was, you put the work in, man. Like you just did that 100%. And if I'm even a little tiny part of it, I'm honored. Thank you.
You're definitely a huge, more than a tiny part.
I appreciate it, man.
Put the work in.
All right, so we have a new one up here. It's only been with us for a year, but Juliana, you come up for us. All right, Juliana, like I said, I know you haven't been here super long or anything like that, but one thing that I just wanted to say I really appreciated from you this year was your willingness to just be in whatever role that we placed you in. The class got quite a bit bigger this year, and unfortunately there wasn't always a role for somebody in every single episode. But whenever I asked anything of you, you were quick to jump on it. You were great working behind the camera, and just that quiet demeanor that you brought to the class was really impressive. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope everything goes well from here. All right, our next one is going to be Carter.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, my bad. Is that your shoulder? Is your shoulder all right? No, I'm good. Yeah, Carter.
All right, Carter. So had you in contemporary media. You were off for a year and came back to us a little bit. The one thing that I appreciated about you the most, man, was no matter what we asked of you, you did it. No complaints. No worries on my end about whether it was going to get done or not. You handle business, man, and especially in something like this, we're trying to get those episodes out. That was super important. I appreciate the work that you brought to the class. I appreciate the positive vibe that you brought in here. And I know we talked a little bit earlier about some of the negative things that have been happening for you. Man, but all I wish is that everything from here is positive, man, and I'm excited to see where you go from here, man.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Carter. All right, Will, come on up here, man. All right, Will, so I only had you in broadcast for this 1 year. We were in contemporary together, but man, you had a pretty significant impact on the podcast. You already kind of had a rapport with the people who were up here and were a big part of it. And every time you stepped in, especially on those like sports debates, man, you gave good questions. And as hard as it is to rein in somebody like Wade, I thought you did a really good job of doing that as well. I was excited to have you in the class. I'm glad that you were in here to kind of help build this up even more. And I appreciate everything you've done, man. It's been a wonder having you in the classroom.
Thank you.
All right, Riley. All right, man, so this one goes out to like our head kind of behind the scenes guy. I mean, Riley, you did everything, man. I even remember the first year we did this and watching you on camera and just seeing how much you kind of struggled that first time up here. But as the years have gone on, man, like when you got up here still, like I saw the growth. You got way more comfortable being in front of the camera, even though your role was particularly behind it. As a head editor, man, like you helped out all of our editors coming up. I know they all like reached out to you whenever they needed any type of support, and you gave that to them without any issue. I don't think this podcast would have been even close to what it was without you and the time that you put in, not only here, but even those times where you took episodes home and got that done as well, man. I appreciate that more than you know. You made my job so much more easier. And I just hope this goes well for you in the future, man.
Thank you very much.
All right. Camden.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Camden, I loved having you on the podcast, and I thought you did an amazing job on it. All the different segments that you participated in over the years were great. But if I'm being 100% honest, my favorite part about having you in the classroom was all our little side conversations that we had at my desk, man.
Yeah.
Whether it was talking about One Piece, UFC constantly, Invincible, whatever it was, man. It's just like that was always something first thing in the morning that kind of really brightened my day. And I know it may not seem like much to have that conversation, especially with your teacher. But even on some of the hardest days that I've gone through this year, just being able to kind of switch gears and go into that mode with something that was a little bit more entertaining for me was a blessing in disguise, man. And even saying that, I do not want to diminish at all the work that you put into the podcast, because I'll definitely say out of everybody, I noticed that you were one of the ones that took the lead during planning more so than not. You were one of the ones to throw out so many different ideas up there and kind of make sure that everybody was quieted down and got on track. And man, this wouldn't have been a thing without you, man. So
Appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
Hey, Webby will be invited to the wedding.
All right, Wade.
Let's go. Thank you.
All right, take this. All right. Wade, I'm gonna miss you, man.
I miss you too.
I really am.
You impacted my life so much, you know that?
Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
I
for saying
love
that.
talking to you like every day. It was so great.
I know, and I know that Wade is a big personality. I know you are, man. But the impact that you made on this podcast really turned it into something more. I mean, the audience was looking forward to seeing you on there. The energy you brought, even the times where you may not have been as prepared as you needed to be, that energy that you brought was amazing, man. And watching you grow, especially this year, I saw an immense growth in the way you handled yourself in front of the camera, and how much of that energy you brought to the podcast. This would not have been a thing without you whatsoever, and I know I've said that for a lot of you guys, but it's the truth. You were definitely a huge part of this, man. I'm gonna miss the conversations. I'm gonna miss the random talks. I'm gonna miss a little bit too personal questions sometimes. But as much as that could have got on my nerves at different points, I am gonna miss you, Wade.
I miss you too.
I hope that everything goes well for you going forward, and to all of you guys as well. If you guys ever need anything from me, you got me here. Okay?
Sweet. Thank you.
Definitely, man. Thank you. All right, and our producer, B-Rob. All right, I'm going to pass you this. I don't think I need to read off of it, to be honest. Man, you took the reins of the podcast from the beginning, honestly. Even though our first year here, we had a different producer, and great guy, great producer, definitely helped us start this off. But you always took the initiative to get everybody involved, to think of different ideas, to make sure that we're all on the same page. You took over the classroom, man. You led all the discussions. You led almost all of our segments. You created something here that was strong and lasting. And I appreciate that more than you know. When I came into this class, guys, I knew nothing about audio, video, editing, any of the technical aspects of this. I had no idea. And to have someone like you, B-Rob, come in here and take the reins while I kind of caught myself up to speed with that. Number one, I hope I did you guys a service and wasn't detrimental in any way. But man, you made me walking in the door every day a lot easier. And I appreciate that more than you know. I've gone through a bunch of crazy things past couple of years, from having a baby to dealing with some crazy personal stuff. But I always knew that I could come in here and count on you to handle business and take care of the class, even when I wasn't at my best. So thank you, man. I appreciate everything that you've done.
Absolutely, no problem. It was a pleasure. I appreciate it.
All right. And just last thing for me, guys. I'm not going to do any crazy sign off, but it has been a pleasure to teach this class. It has been a pleasure to watch you guys grow and become adults now at this point. Like, God, that's crazy. I met some of you guys when you were freshmen and sophomores, and seeing how big you've gotten, how much you've grown, how those personalities somehow combined in this class to become what it was, has been amazing for me to see. I'm never going to forget this class. I'm never going to forget the experiences that I had in here. And from the bottom of my heart, guys, for those of you who are seniors and those of you guys who are still coming up, I appreciate each and every one of you and all that you guys have put into the classroom. So thank you, guys. And this is still going to continue, so it's not done yet. We'll be having somebody new come in here next year, and I hope you guys can continue the solid tradition. All right? Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
What a great segment.
We're done.
Great to hear from Mr. Webster. Much appreciated. One more round of applause, Mr. Webster. Great time.
As Mr. Webster said, we have put 4 years of our life into this podcast. Every ounce of sweat, every ounce of love. Every time we argued, every time B-Rob and Wade almost fought.
Yep.
Yeah.
We still sat there, and even when we had zero ideas, it
was always tough. It was tough to come up with ideas.
The toughest thing was coming up with ideas and what to do, because we always felt boxed in, you know, kind of like we couldn't really do nothing. But eventually we just said, you know what, let's just start doing random stuff. And then we came up with Jeopardy, and then we came up with other things along the road, and just all these different segments. Like the time where I ate dried bugs, or when we had
with a death nut,
or the death nut.
Don't forget about it.
Oh my God! Even to ones that made no sense, where we were like, oh, we're gonna try a certain drink, and it was the same color, but it was so obvious that segment blowed. Honestly, in my opinion. But there's too many words to say them all.
Yep.
So I'm just going to sum it up
Good evening.
in one
Good
thing.
afternoon.
And
Good
it's
evening. And good night.
magnificent.
No doubt.
That is.
So yeah, magnificent, Sean. I couldn't think of a better
That's
word.
what I'm saying. I can't like. Out of 4 years, right? We've sat here and we've done this. This is the last ride. This is it. Mm-hmm. What do you two have to say?
You know, this has flown by. Literally feels like not that long ago when we were way over there trying to come up with something to do.
It doesn't feel like that long ago.
But like this class has made like school like so much more fun, like every day, because we have second period. So after athletics, this is like my first class of the day. It's always just a great way to start off the week of the day. Mm-hmm. Just have the freedom and having all the friends in here. So it's been
Yeah, I mean, all the friendships that have been made in this room over the years. Like, I remember just like going here on the first day in contemporary media. The room looked completely different, and just like seeing all you guys, and I was just like, oh man, like I don't know any of these kids because I went from ISMS, so I literally knew no one in this room.
Yeah.
And just all the friendships we made over the years will definitely last a lifetime.
All right, so before we sign this off, moving on to next year, I think it's about that time where we need to name a new producer.
Yeah.
Bring y'all's new host, y'all's
Yes.
new producers.
So, David was the producer before me, and I had some big shoes to fill because that guy is now he's D1, as they say, at Kansas. I think that's right.
Georgia.
Georgia.
The Georgia.
Georgia. Is it Georgia? Yeah.
Georgia.
He's SEC. He's D1, but he's also SEC. And that this is some would say it's a thing of honor to be the producer
It is.
of the Fear the Spirit podcast.
Yes.
And this is a guy who, when we talk about creating new ideas for this podcast, this cat didn't miss.
Never lost.
Never lost.
If we were ever
Undefeated.
in a slump, or we literally were like, we don't know what to say, I'd go, what do you got for me? And he would always have something. Am I right?
Yes.
Or am I right?
Yeah.
And I think I think everybody in here agrees with this decision. Ladies and gentlemen, the new producer of the Fear the Spirit podcast, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, welcome. I'm sure everybody's fired up for next year. Like I said, he doesn't miss. He's going to have the best ideas, Dave. We appreciate your work this year. Everybody's looking forward to next year, my friend.
I love it, man. I appreciate
Fired up. Appreciate it. Dave, one more round of applause, Dave. Thank you, Dave. I feel very confident about Dave. I really do. Going in the right direction with that man at the helm. Sean?
Yes.
I think we need to name,
Yeah.
since Dave is the producer, he'll be a part of the next intro crew. You
We need a host,
We
don't we?
need, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after seeing these boys, for the past 2 years or so, they've done nothing but just been stand out. They get each other sick all the time, though, so they'll be having their off days. We had our own segment, came up with the craziest stories to tell y'all. Some of them probably unreal. Lord knows if we got them even fact checked. But I just couldn't decide on who because they're just both great. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Gil Martins. Go up here, Sam and Tim. Goo!
Gil Martins.
Yes.
Just keep the energy. That's all I'm asking. Just keep the energy. Do what you want to do. Keep the energy. That's it.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
And then, behind the scenes, a lot of editing is done. And I'll be honest, I'm really happy. Editing that's hard work. I wasn't really looking. Didn't really want to go into editing when I came into this class. I'm just gonna be dead honest with you. But that's why it's a team effort here. And so I'm gonna bring on Riley, who is currently our head editor right now. Riley, are you gonna name the new head editor going into next year?
I will. Amelia, you will be the head editor.
Amelia, we're excited for you to be the head editor next year. Going in the right direction with you as head editor. We appreciate your hard work. We're excited for next year. Thank you, Amelia.
Let me say one last thing.
Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Wade.
This crew this year will never be beaten, but next year is going to be such a good crew, but it won't be better than this. Wade, never beat yourself. Great producer, and B-Rob, Sean, greatest host, Camden, amazing. Everybody in this class was great. Wade, you won at Wade's sake.
Hey, yo, Wade.
That's how we need to
No Evan G.
Some wounds will never be able to close.
Wade, you
feel
forgot
me?
me.
I said Evan.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Sean, is it about that time?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time.
To do it one
for
more
us to
time.
Do it one last time for the final time. Can we get all the singers up here, please?
Yeah.
Come on!
Okay. Everybody stand up.
Yeah, let's go. go.
What's it take to call?
Let's say it in unison, Sean.
We'll say it in unison. Wade Price, please back up for the camera.
Hey, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Lead it. Let's go.
From us and all the seniors on the Fierce Spirit podcast, in case you don't see any of us at all in your lifetime, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.